Koto, and welcome everyone. This is our first PLG session for 2020, and I'm absolutely fizzing about the work that Together in Fellowship we're about to create. So in front of you we have the PLG document, and for today's session, what we're looking at is starting to focus on norms and also starting to focus on positive aspects within our college. So just to step one to get started, this can be done before we meet as a PLG, but also during the PLG, is if you click on this reading here, it just starts at page 3 and goes down to page 6. So we're starting to look at this idea of appreciative inquiry, because it's looking at the positive aspects within a community and how we can grow those even further. And I thought it'd be really opportune to look at, we're in quite a complex system being in a school, and looking at what strengthens a group to come together, and also how the PLGs will be reliant on one another. And then finally focusing on that a PLG is essentially self-organization and decentralized control. So how can we make this happen for our PLG? So it's just kind of like 2.5 pages of a bit of research to work out the purpose behind a PLG. And then there's 3 discussion questions that we're starting to unpack about appreciative inquiry, like what aspects do we agree with, disagree with, and how can it work for us here at Garran. Our second step for our PLG is to form clear expectations that we have of one another within the PLG. This is looking at what expectations we have, but also the responsibilities that we expect each one of our members to have, because we need to have strong trust amongst the group, and also expectation that when we say we're going to discuss or achieve something, that we're accountable to one another for that. And the final aspect is to look at the strategic goals that we have for the college under Ako, Holder, and community. And there's a slideshow. It's starting to unpack some of these ideas, which is looking at Garran College as a PLG and thinking about 70 to 80% of change results in failure. So if we follow a process where we slowly unpack it and start to create norms, we can really get these PLGs going. And we're just starting today with that idea of appreciative inquiry, which is what story do we want to tell our friends, and looking at all the really positive aspects of Garran, and then shifting to this idea of why we need to evolve. So thinking about what are the external factors that are changing education in Aotearoa, and what are the internal factors within Garran College that are requiring us to develop and to transform. There's a couple of examples for you, and at the end of the session you'll have a copy of this, and just to place down the ideas that you and your PLG have created. So the point of today's meeting as a PLG was to get to know each other, create shared norms and expectations, and then to start to unpack what our PLG could be about, what factors are influencing us and getting us to think about educational change. Thank you for watching this.